Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Normally the Texas heat and humidity mean the roof stays closed, but not today as the sun is out here at NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wentz. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the...
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, it's Lindsey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Now Wentz. And This one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves him with options here on second and just a yard. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Wentz now on first down. Got a man, that's complete to Hamilton. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Gets past one man. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On first and 10, it's Haskins. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. The numbers for Antonio Brown in last week's ball game. 6 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown. Now it's Haskins.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Third down, here's Haskins. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Haskins. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Wentz. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 4 catches, 56 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun. Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. To Johnson again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just...
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Wentz now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From midfield, here's Wentz. Short little throw to Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's go, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a draw play for Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Haskins. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain...
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Gurley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
What we got?
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins being chased out left. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Gurley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Another carry now for Gurley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Kill. Motion. Check. Shift. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions,
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
36 yards on the play.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Carson Wentz, his 3rd touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Get off the field. He's checking.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. They'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run. It's Gurley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Devin Funchess, 95 yards receiving in that one. They go play action here on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check nickel. Hatch it. Hey, check. First down.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave. Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. From midfield now, Haskins. This will be caught by Brown. And they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now it's Haskins. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Wentz to throw again. And the catch made by Johnson. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run by Lindsey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Complete. It's Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This will be caught once again by Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now it's Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz going long here for Wallace. And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing his Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. Open man right side is Ingram. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing now is Haskins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back to throw. Wentz. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 46 yards. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One final try now for Wentz. Open man is Ross, complete. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and he's going to fall on this one himself. So a bit of a weird ending for sure, but they will indeed come up short as this game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Texans, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.